Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Bimi, and I'm joined today by my lovely husband. And today we're talking about our experiences with almost like a comparison between my first pregnancy and the second one. So because everyone feels like every pregnancy is different, so we're going to discuss like how different or similar they both were. Thankfully, it was both genders. So I had a boy and then a girl. So we can easily compare because there are a lot of misconceptions and they call them old wives' tales about like male pregnancies versus female pregnancies. So we are going to discuss it today.
And this video has been much anticipated.
Yes, because so why he's saying that is because like people when I had the first one, they're like, oh, and I know things were fine. I think we've recorded the video about the first one, I believe. Yeah, so I think we're going to link that video. So people were like, oh, okay, because that's because it's your first. Wait until you get the second one. So I was like, okay, I will not gloat too much until the second one, and then we'll see if it's actually like that much of a difference. So let's start with how okay.
Why I'm even saying it is because, someone said that when we gave birth that soon they also release a video about it.
Oh.
So that's why I say it's much anticipated.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yep.
Okay. So anyway, this is the video. So I think we're going to start with how I would say the conception for both pregnancies. So the first pregnancy was a boy, second one girl, and the first one, it was unplanned because again I had a history with PCOS. The doctors did not think I was going to conceive naturally, so it was like a shock to both of us because I was not even having my period. So it was the one time I had a period after like 6 months, and then the next time I was already pregnant. So it was not something that we actually planned. So that was the first one. But the second one, my period, because of like dietary changes and everything, my periods were already regular after the first one. So I think it was 6 months after I gave birth, that's when my periods came back. So by that time it was coming every month, which was like it had never happened almost in my life before. So for a period of 6-7 months, I was having consistent periods until I conceived. So I would say that's the main difference between both. One was, it was not as if we were planning for the second one either. It was just what happened.
So what I'm looking is this leads to the foundation I would love us to have, which you're putting right, that we must see that there's a reason why people go through their health journeys. And I think for you, it was majorly to correct that. Obviously, you can say maybe we've overdone or not the overdo because we don't eat a lot. But the result is undeniable in the things we've seen. So, the fact that without any medication, we can safely say.
Okay, so I'm going to put a disclaimer. So I'm going to put a disclaimer. So this is not medical advice.
Yes,
so
sure.
This is just me sharing my experience, and I'm not at the point in my life, I'm just like, do whatever you want. So I'm serious. I'm not going to correct any misconception or whatever. I'm just here to share my experience because I'm just trying to show that okay, there's another possibility, and there is, because some people, like I shared my experience with some people and they're like, I just thank God for your own. So at this point, I'm not even trying to. I'm just saying that okay, I had PCOS, and even with the fact that I had PCOS, we went on a dietary change, lifestyle change. It's not just our diet. We did a lot of changes, and I'm going to link that video that we talked about, like the changes we had to do. So we had to do a lot of changes, lifestyle changes and dietary changes, and the result was we're able to conceive without any medical interventions. So that's what we are sharing. So do whatever you like with the information. That's
But in as much as I know we've gotten praises and also backlash, and that's what you're alluding to, where you say, do what you want to do. In as much as yes, you want to do what you want to do, I still think you can look at the playbook and say, okay, these are the things they did. And as we said in the previous video, not to sound like a broken record, the best thing you can control will be the things you put on your body or put in your body or put around your body. whichever way. So that's why we became this crazy. Yes, we believe in
Yeah,
God.
we're not even that crazy, to be honest. Like we see some
No,
other people like they are so extreme, but we are on. At least we have moved. We have, because of the information that we've
yeah,
had over the months and years. Like we've moved to a place where we can have this kind of understanding and make these kinds of changes.
yeah.
But yeah, so back to the topic. So we've talked about like the first pregnancy and like how the conception was. So the next point I have is your response to both pregnancies. So how did you receive the news first time and then the second time?
I think you know me. For me, it's simple. I believe in challenges in that sense, and the first time he told me, maybe you expect, but you know me so well, I will not maybe shout or anything. I was like, okay, this is a journey. Let's go on this journey. So it's for me. It was I didn't want you to be under any pressure. In obviously the medical. I knew of it before we got married, the PCOS and all of that, and I said, "Oh, it's fine." And so having a child for me was okay. Oh, good, good, good. And so it wasn't something that did it catch me on or was I caught unawares? Yes, because we did not it's not like we're actively planning for it. But was I like, oh God, what is this now? I believe that we'll pull through. So yeah, both the first and the second. I think the second one at some point you were even saying like
I think I'm going to ask a replay of the video. You know, we recorded the video of after the first. I was saying in the video that I want to be pregnant every year. So he acted on my instruction.
actually even at that, you should know I didn't want any form of pressure because I know at some point you're like okay, and but I still told you that it's
Yeah, I
fine.
know. I was tracking
Yes.
I was like
Yes.
ovulation period. So I would say second one. It's not that we're planning to have a second one, and neither were we like preventing it. But I was like, I wanted a second one. So I was tracking the calendar. I was tracking it not really to get pregnant. I was tracking it because it was just the first time I had this regular period. I was like, okay, let me just track it so that in case maybe the doctors ask me, I can say, oh, these are the dates. And because usually when they start talking about like how many weeks of conception and everything, they go by the last menstrual, the first day of the year. So that's why I was really tracking it. Okay, I can have the dates down.
Yeah. So for me, I think it wasn't I felt like okay, let's do this again. Hopefully I don't mind having more kids personally, but I always say it I'm not the one carrying the baby, so I wouldn't want to put a lot of pressure on the person doing the work as much as I'll help even when the baby is here. So was it a challenge or was it I mean, I just felt like let's go.
Not the funny thing is that when I told you about the first one, so since I had the signs, but I didn't tell you. I think I went to buy the pregnancy test behind your back. I didn't want you to know. 'Cause I didn't want to put pressure on myself, and I knew you didn't want to put pressure on me either. So I didn't want to, like, in case it came back negative, it's not be like, oh, okay, like anybody was disappointed or anything. So I was like, okay, let me just buy and check. So I checked the day before. It was showing a very faint line. It was not strong. I was like, okay, maybe not. Then I decided to check the following day, and then it was like a strong double line. So when I told you, and then you were like, okay, I think I asked you a question. Are you not happy about it? Because you did not show any sign, no sign of whether he's happy or not happy about it. So I was just like, okay. So,
No, but
but
you should know me now.
no,
A
I know
lot of
you.
things I'm just like, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay. So, but that was like the whole premise with both pregnancies. So let's talk about the first trimester for both. For the first one, I would say they're similar, to be honest, because the first trimester I had no vomiting, no, what do you call this thing? Morning sicknesses. I didn't have any morning sicknesses. I know some people are telling me that it's because it's a boy the first time. That's why you're not having morning sickness. Okay, now I had a girl now, so nothing, no morning sickness. So and I felt fine like throughout the first trimester. I don't remember much. I just know that I didn't have any nausea. I didn't have any vomiting. in the first trimester for both pregnancies. Is there any other thing I'm missing with?
So in the first trimester for me, like I think everything usually for us is normal.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing will change in that sense. So, but okay, maybe we'll talk about this off camera. Like around the nausea and why things like that will happen.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to hear a woman's perspective, but that's not what we are talking about today.
Oh, okay. So I think that was that for like the first. There was really nothing eventful with the first trimester. I think the only thing that I think probably that was maybe second trimester, where because I was pregnant the first time, this is the second one. I started showing earlier. So the first pregnancy I didn't show until I was maybe like 5 months pregnant. Before people started seeing that she's pregnant. But with the second one, I think probably like 3 months pregnant. People already knew that I was pregnant. At least people that were observant, because some people did not even know, because it's usually it's just during winter period and like everybody is bundled up, so you're not really seeing it until.
But that shows something, which is a discussion I wanted to have. That our mothers in those days, basically you might not know until they're 8 months because they had all of this, maybe big clothes and all of that. Is there a reason why this current generation, you wear trousers, tight clothes? Like, I'm just saying, like, is there a reason, or you're just comfortable in the cloth?
So
You get my
I
point.
yeah, I think I get it. So like I don't, obviously I was not in their generation, so I don't, and I didn't
It's
bother
just something
asking them.
funny to me.
Yeah, I didn't bother asking them that why you wearing big clothes or why you not wearing big clothes. But I feel like even the fact that we were announcing our second pregnancy is, in their days it was just like let us hide. It was just hiding everything,
Which is
because
how
we
we
don't
start.
know. We don't know who is looking at us. We don't know who is trying to collect the pregnancy from your body. We don't know who is this thing.
Suck it at me.
So I think it's that fear of the unknown, that okay, in case maybe you're not able to carry the pregnancy to full term, and you don't want people's mouth to be saying I'm uncle shaking it, this one, that one. So I think I get that. I think there's the village people ideology, and also like in case anything goes wrong, you can easily just move forward instead of people asking you questions or people gossiping about you behind your back, all these kind of things. But I'm not scared of any village person, so I don't have any cause to hide it. So I was telling my mom, because she was saying, why am I just announcing my pregnancy? I was not announcing it, but we were just taking pictures and posting it for a different reason. And she was not comfortable with it. I said, sorry, this is my it's my pregnancy, unfortunately. So you cannot, yeah, you have your opinions, yes, but this is what I decided to do. So thankfully things worked out well, so there was nothing to really talk about. So but that was I think is that people are not looking to hide anything. Like, so even if things go wrong, it's just like, okay, it's another part of life, we move forward. Yeah.
Well, for me, it's like I don't know. Like maybe those times, is it like, I don't know how to put it. Does it, okay, like you don't mind like having it like having, your stomach will not put forward. Like personally, if it were me personally, probably I might go the big clothes route so that at least maybe free and all of that. But I'm just trying to tap into.
Maybe I don't mind, to be honest. Fine. I don't. I think for the first one, because it's like I don't know how my body will look like, because some in the way your body will change.
Yep.
So it's like, okay, I'm not too sure. And I think it's not as if I was wearing big clothes with the first one either, but at the same time I was not trying to announce it. So it was just like, okay, and let me just wear the clothes that I have until I know that, okay, the clothes are not going to fit me anymore, and then I'm going to switch to maternity clothes. Because even this maternity clothes, I don't really like it, but it's like, okay, you cannot fit your regular clothes normally, so you just
So
have
it's
to.
like your personal preference.
Yes,
Because this time we didn't do more maternity clothes in that sense.
I did.
No, I know it, like you did with the trouser, but I'm just saying like maternity to a Nigerian audience would be exactly boo
Okay.
clothes. So like, but you really did not do those boo clothes. Like if
I didn't even do boo boo the first one. I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't do boo boo. I was just wearing whatever clothes fits me.
I just wanted to tap your brain. Let's go back.
Yes, I don't like it, because the thing that I'm not self conscious, but like you're already big because the tummy is protruding, and then now wear one yagba cloth again to be looking
I
overly
see.
old. So I'm like, no, I don't want. Don't
So
want to
the
be.
ideology is not to look old in those clothes.
Yeah, I would
Again,
say, yeah,
that's
I'll say something like that. I don't want to look like, I don't want to look big because I'm not a big person. So my stomach is getting big, and then I'm now wearing big clothes again to be looking like I've expanded. So I'm like, even I was talking to him. Was it yesterday or today? I was saying that I don't even like the way I'm looking. Is that, I know some people say, oh, you just gave birth, just take it easy and everything, but I don't like the way I'm looking. I feel like I'm fat, and I need to lose the weight because I'm just used to seeing myself a certain way, and I don't really like when I add weight. So that's just it for me. So imagine with my stomach, I'm now wearing big clothes again. I'll just look big, and I'll not like the whole thing. So I think it's just personal preference. Some people like it.
is about what you like.
Some people don't like it. So
But
whatever makes you feel
if it's
comfortable.
if it's me, again, I'm not a woman before they come for me and say you don't know what we're feeling. But my point is, if it was me, I would prefer to just, that's why I like bigger clothes. I just like to be free and all of that. But yeah,
Whatever makes you comfortable. So
yep.
the pregnancy itself is very uncomfortable. So I'll now wear clothes that will not make me nah.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, so second trimester. So how did it look like? So I think exactly. So for my second trimester, with the first one, that was the transition period where I now had nausea, but it was for a different reason. So why I had nausea, I don't want to start going back to the first one because we've talked extensively about it. So we went to Nigeria. I came back. I had severe vitamin C deficiency, which I did not know about. I landed in the AR twice. Came back, and then we found out that it was vitamin C. And then eventually I was able to increase my vitamin C intake, and everything was resolved. So that was what happened with the nausea. So it was not pregnancy related per se, but obviously your body is demanding more vitamins, so it's just being aware of what your body needs at that certain time. But for this second trimester, nothing, like everything was just going well. I think I wasn't really paying attention to it. I think the only issue, not an issue, the only thing was that I was just showing earlier, and that's normal because my stomach muscles are more relaxed. So it's not as firm as they used to be, like pre-pregnancy. So that's why I was able to show earlier. So that was the only thing with the second trimester. Now coming to the third trimester. Third trimester was how for the first one. Third trimester was still fine. Like everything was going normally the way you expect pregnancy to go, aside from like the discomfort of like you're carrying weights and everything. With this second one, my iron took a hit. So my iron
This is what we are
levels,
saying.
that was
You were eating. You are restricting your diet too much. Open your diet up.
yeah. So my iron levels were
Drink
so cake has iron. Yeah, so my iron levels were low. Not dangerously low, but just like slightly low. But I could feel it because I'm kind of like in tune with what my body needs. So when when I went to one of my checkups, I just told them that check my iron levels. Like I already know what was.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, so I told them to check my iron levels because I felt like I knew what was going on. So they checked it and said, okay, yes, it was low. So I had to supplement. And then I had to find a supplement that agrees with my ingredient list, what I can allow into my body. So that helped. But, being pregnant having a toddler around is kind of different because my toddler was always wanting to jump on my tummy. Always want me to do an activity with him, and sometimes I just wanted to rest. Like I think it was towards the last few weeks, I think my husband was just get him out of the house so I'm able to sleep, because I know that, and I did that because I knew what was also coming. I know sleepless nights was going to come. It was something I already had like a prior knowledge of. The first time it was like, I'm fine, let everything go on as it is, but where you now have the charges like, what's all this sleep, like no sleep thing. But since I already knew that I'm not going to be sleeping, I said, okay, I'm going to sleep as much as I can pre-pregnancy, pre-baby, so that when the baby gets here, at least I'll be consoling myself that you have slept. So that I think that was it. So there's really nothing much to all my pregnancies, to both of my pregnancies. So maybe when we have more, I have more stories to tell. But for both, things went fine. So Do you have any experience to share?
For me, I do I do like to make myself the center, but I think we're pretty the same in both cases. We didn't really have people ask me, "Oh, how has it been for you?" I say, really, it's just like a smooth ride in that sense. Apart from, I think this time you felt more of the weight. Like, yeah, like I noticed standing up, I think you
Yes.
felt the weight more this time than the other time. If you ask me, or just as an observer,
Mhm.
just looking at you, then
Yes, so I've got to talk about my weight. So I gained. I know some people say maybe I'm obsessing about weight, but I was tracking my weight for both pregnancies. So before I conceived with our first, I was talking kg because I'm not too familiar with the pounds. So I was 60. I think I was 63 kg because we were doing a weight loss that time. So I was 63 kg when I like conceived, and then I lost some weight when I had the whole nausea thing, and I think I lost it up to like 61 kg, and then I gained. I think at the end of my pregnancy, I was 73 kg. Hmm? Yes, I think I was 70. Yes, 73 kg. No, 75 kg. So like once I gave birth, I was telling nurse I wanted to check my weight. She was like, should you just gave birth now? Like I should rest. So that was how many kg? Like 12, 12 or 14, like 14 kg or 15 kg weight gain, and like throughout my pregnancy for the first one. For the second one, I was already down to 58 kg. Like I did the whole weight loss thing. So I was 58 kg when I conceived. And then the time I gave birth, I was 78 kg. So I gained 20 kg, which was like 5 kg more than the first time. So I think those are the differences because I was keeping the numbers I was tracking the numbers. So I think those are the two main differences between both. It's not that drastic of a difference, but I felt the weight. I felt like I was gaining too much weight, and then I felt like the baby also weighed more, which she actually did, weighed more than her brother, and also like other things that are in my in my belly. So I felt like the amniotic fluid was more because when the water burst, I felt like this is more than the first one. So yeah, so I felt like I was carrying more weight around. Obviously, I weighed more, not too much more, but it was still more in my books. And also the baby was a bit bigger than the first one. Yeah.
yeah. So speaking about, maybe we'll get to that around baby's weight, the actual weight, and what they told us before time.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know why I'm forgetting those details. So around my 20, how many weeks was that? Maybe 20th week probably, yeah. Maybe when I was 20, maybe 24 weeks. I don't remember the weeks, yeah. Pregnant, they were telling us, no, going for like the ultrasound. I think maybe 25 weeks or so. Went for an ultrasound, and then they told us that the baby was measuring small, which was funny because like the first pregnancy at 30 something weeks, they were telling us that the baby was like 8 pounds. If you know how like the US system, they measure in pounds. So they told us the baby was 8 pounds as at 30, maybe like 35 weeks or so. And we were like, oh, they're supposed to get me induced so that the baby will not be too big and I will not be able to push the baby out. So they're saying that
That was
when
for
I'm,
Christian.
yes. So when I'm 39 weeks, they were going to induce me, which I said no to anyway, and get the baby out so the baby will not be too big. And I went into spontaneous labor with the first one, and at 38 weeks 6 days, and he was how many pounds? No, less than 6 pounds, well, not up to 6 pounds, which was like 2 pounds off, more than 2 pounds off what they estimated. So obviously they will tell you later, and that it's just an estimate, but at that time they will be telling you as if it was definite, like a definite thing. So but with this one, with the second one, they told me that the baby was measuring smaller than her like contemporaries of her weeks.
Like the average.
Yes. So they're saying that she was measuring 2 weeks smaller than like the average babies. And we're like, the doctor recommended that we do a weekly ultrasound, which I said no to. That I'll say yes to like every 3 weeks. Later we got down to every 2 weeks ultrasound, and then I was doing NSC, non stress test, just to see like how the baby is doing. And they said, okay, the baby was doing fine. Nothing else was happening. It was just the fact that the baby was measuring small. So and then I would say that, okay, maybe there could be a probability that they got my due date wrong. And they said, yes, the probability, but let them just keep checking. I said, it's fine. You can just keep checking as long as like you're not trying to do it. Like they're saying they want to check for a certain virus. I don't remember the name of the virus. I said, okay, fine. Maybe it's just in my blood. Like you can draw my blood. You can check whatever they like. And then they were saying they wanted to do amnio something.
To just check the amniotic fluid.
Amniotic fluid, that maybe the fluid was infected. I said no, I don't want anything like, because that would involve them puncturing the bag. So I said, okay, no, I'm not doing that. So let's just wait it out. So but the doctor was advising that when I'm 34 weeks, he said 36 weeks, they should deliver me, like induce me so the baby can come out. I said no. They tried again 37 weeks. I said no. 38 weeks, they're like, okay, baby's full time, let's deliver the baby. I said no. I wanted to wait until baby comes spontaneously, like come herself. So they were like, okay, what if I go beyond 40 weeks? I said it's fine. Like I'm not in any rush. Even though I was feeling physical discomfort, I felt like I didn't want a situation whereby I'll force the baby out before she's ready to come, and then maybe she will have to land in the NICU or something. I'm not saying that like being in the NICU is like a terrible thing, but I just didn't want it. So I was like, if I can do something to prevent it, just a few more weeks of discomfort, it was fine for me. Yeah, so I think that was the only hiccup on the way.
So to piggyback again, I think the reason why we're having this conversation is around the medical system here. And as much as we appreciate them, they have good infrastructure, they have, stable electricity, which we battle with in our country, shamefully. but they have all of this infrastructure in place. The problem now is many times it looks like they are all for convenience. Again, with many of the things we've seen, convenience, data acquisition, and then funds allocation in that sense. So, and I'm grateful for you, I must say it with all sincerity, that many times I'm just there to support her because I believe, she has got the knowledge right. So when people, because many times when you're looking at the nurses and the doctors, you look like a crazy person.
I was asking my doula later that she was like something that I would say, she'd be like, but I'd be like, okay.
But so sometimes I'm like, but again, I'm grateful that I will just stay there. That whatever she says, I'm backing her in that sense, because I believe it's from a place of knowledge. It's not like you're just trying to go against them. Because this summary we are giving is nice at this point, but we went through. It was quite a ride, especially this one, because I think the doctor is a funny guy. Again, we will not say his name for sake of not getting into a lawsuit. but the first time you said it, and I think you almost got angry with me. I said, "Oh, okay."
Me get angry with you for what?
Me by I patiently. I was just looking.
Angry in what sense? Like
no, not angry. Like you were just you needed someone to join you in being firm. So I think there was an appointment. I was doing something in school. Yeah, I missed it. So I just saw you came back that day. You're like, you don't want to do this alone. I said, got you. So I now ensure that, okay, subsequent ones that I'll ensure I'm there. And I really understand, because it's like you against the voice of 4 or 5 nurses. If you're just the only person, you look like a crazy person. At least if you have someone with you.
That crazy.
I'm not really crazy. But I'm tapping into our craziness. So for me, and many times when you go against those things, you push me also to go back. Then I go and do some research just to look at it. And I remember the doctor's recommendation that day, and I was like, oh, why? Like, why are you saying this? She's showing we have no issues. She's not tired. You didn't complain, but you're just saying at this time the baby should. The way
he said there's no point in the baby being in the womb. I said, which kind of talk is that one?
like I think they judge you based on, I don't know. I don't want to play the victim card, but it looks like they look at maybe your funding source or something. They just look at you and say, okay, this one might not really have a say, so let's throw it at them. Because the way he said it, that it was, and so, we went to check his ratings online, and we noticed that a lot of people had the same complaints that, he just feels like this is what is right. He throws it at you, which is not a US thing. Thank God we had a doctor before him
Yes.
that was very, very, let's say, respectful. US wise, again, we're saying these things because we came from a country where things like that are allowed. I was telling you that I can't imagine having to go against some of these practices in Nigeria. You would, except if you are rich.
Yeah.
If you are in a government hospital where the government is paying,
No, whatever they give you, you collect.
so eventually we changed the doctor, and for me, my prayer really was in everything that everything should go well, because the moment anything, if there's any issue or things go south, usually they'll throw the blame at us, and it's going to be a very painful thing that you're not going against it because you hate them. It's just because of the knowledge you have around trying to make everything natural. So just to summarize it, I think your goal and our goal eventually was, as a woman, again, I'm speaking because she has told me, so you will not say, why is he speaking? But as a woman, I think your body has been optimized for many things, but many times they want to speed it up. And the argument usually is, why are you trying to speed this up? Then when you tap into in their brain, you see their own comfort in view, their schedule in view, and they be like, oh, since science can speed it up, why not take the science option? But
And I think because also the uncertainty of like the natural way, like for example, when it comes to like just like speeding things up,
yeah,
you don't know when the baby is going to come when it comes to like labor and everything, because the baby can decide to come at 38 weeks, 39, 40, 41, 42, 40, but you don't know. So I think the highest I've seen is 44 weeks. And she said she went into labor spontaneously at 44 weeks. And like doctor were like, you're still going. So she's still going. So it's just that uncertainty that you don't know when. They tell you it's 40 weeks, but it's still plus or minus 2 weeks. But that's plus or minus 2 weeks. May not be that 2 weeks again. It can't another 2 again. So it's that uncertainty that we don't know when it's going to happen. We don't know what is happening inside the stomach, because yes, they'll do ultrasound, but you can't see everything in the ultrasound. You can't measure everything until the baby gets out. You say, oh, okay, this is what happened. So I think it's that uncertainty that, so they try to control what they can't control, even if it's to the detriment of nature. So just, okay, let us at least 36 weeks is okay, fine. Yeah, let's bring the baby out. The baby can survive because they know they have NICU and they have like other things to keep the baby going and everything. So, but yeah.
Yeah. And we flogged this in our previous episode for the first child, where you let us know that what you feed your mind on. And that's why you see, even when we had a conversation around a different topic, I was like, really, what you feed your mind on will really help you. Because you just said it now, that you saw someone that went as far as 44 weeks. Now, if probably all you saw in your mind was, on scrolling on the internet, is 37 weeks. When you're 38 weeks, you'll be like, why is my own different? So I think you joined groups.
Yes.
Yep. Some
Facebook. Oh yeah. So I joined, like, there are two prominent groups I joined on Facebook. The first one is called Natural Birth Stories, I believe, on Facebook. The other one is called Christian Hypnobirthing. So those are the two. But the Christian Hypnobirthing was more recent. The natural one I've joined since, even like pregnant with Christian the first time. So I joined it for a while, just to, because sometimes I want, when you have this understanding or knowledge, I want other people that, okay, it's not as if I'm the crazy person. I want other crazy people, like-minded people to be around me. Yeah. So I was like, okay, if I think about something, let's say like this, saying that baby is small, I went to the posts, and then I was searching. I was like, okay, has anybody experienced something like this? And I saw some people that experienced it, and they were told that, oh, baby was going to be small, and the baby came out like normal size and everything. So I was like, okay, I don't want us to be sure that okay, it's not just me being in my head about this thing. I want to like see other people's experiences and strengthen my resolve that okay, everything's going to go fine.
So that's it. Because I wish we could even play this to the nurses, because even the nurses too be like, what's going on with these guys, and I think for us, because when you get to the hospital, they give you I think it's a preliminary sheet or something, and if you just read through, just take your time to read through. That's our baby. Once you read through, you see that they've placed a disclaimer that even medicine is not an exact science. And that's why when you have negative results, you can't hold them responsible.
Yeah.
So, but in the same breath, you are still giving us advice that you want us to heed to by all means, which we cannot question. So it's just that difference in opinion that, intrigues me a lot in all of this. But I'm grateful that, we could pull through the whole resolve, and we're here, and things went as planned.
Okay, yes. So I think probably this is where we're going to end the video. So this video is just to compare. I think our baby's waking up. So this video is just to compare the first pregnancy and the second pregnancy. In a different video, we're going to talk about like the labor, talk about the delivery, and also like postpartum recovery. I'm still recovering, so maybe I'll not talk about it yet. So maybe when I'm fully recovered, then I'm going to talk about it. So, but yeah,
And the
share.
6 weeks. For my fellow brothers,
Okay.
I have no issues with it though, but
I have issues with it. But okay,
Lord.
yes. So yeah, if you have experiences, you have like questions or like whatever, you can let us know how many weeks along you are in first pregnancy, second, like let's know for those of maybe some veterans that have gone maybe 4 or 5 pregnancies. Let us know, maybe third pregnancy is going to be different. Fourth is going to be different. So but we will see. We'll see how far the Lord takes us with this pregnancy journey and childbearing. Yeah, so to the next video. Bye.
Take care.